Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. We've now explored the capital city of this Empire province, and established that Exile is under no immediate threat from any Empire forces nearby. We've also established that the province itself is under some threat from icky slimes. So I think we should go report back to Fort Emergence. Band of brigands charges you, thinking you an easy target. What surprises you the most are the slimes that travel at their side, seemingly following their commands. Very strange. Monsters fled. So, while I'm at it, I can add ever so slightly more to my map, find another river. And an Inn of Blades. I will explore that later. Possibly as part of a courier quest or something. Job from the mission board. Alright. Hey, Anaximander, we found some stuff! You report to Anaximander on seeing the strange slime creature. He looks very serious. This is bizarre, to say the least. The Empire was determined to purge the world of all that was different or dangerous. Yet it seems that dangerous creatures, at the height of the Empire's power, are returning. Continue to investigate this situation. This is something we need to learn much more about. You report how the mayor of Krizsan enlisted you to fight the slime creatures. Anaximander says, "How strange. After so many years fearing and fighting the Empire, our agents are now helping it. Nonetheless, continue on your mission. We must find as much as we can about these creatures, including, possibly, where they came from. After all, they threaten the place we want to become our home." Anaximander twitches in revulsion when you describe the giant roaches to him. "Ooh, and I thought the slimes were awful. It is clear that this is yet another monster infestation. Investigate, and destroy them if you can." You tell Anaximander of what you saw on the surface. He doesn't seem surprised. So far it sounds much like what we expected. We are in the outskirts of the Empire, far from the center of civilization. There may still be hope that we can force some sort of colony up there. First, however, we need to learn much more. Go out and explore more, and report back. I kind of feel like that one should have come first in the ordering here. Whatever. Anyway, my duty is done. While I'm here, let's see if I can collect my generous 25 gold allowance. Because I'm at the point of the game where every little bit helps. I'm also in a place where I can get some pretty good training, so I'll be back in a moment. Well, I got some good training in, and then I ran out of gold. Welp. That just means it's time to go do more exploring, isn't it? So, how about that Inn of Blades or whatever it was? Just because they're nearby. Welcome to the Inn of Blades. Proprietor, Claw Hardknife. Sounds like he's probably a retired adventurer. What the? I just got bit by a bear. Peridot just got super killed by a bear. I am going to reload. See y'all in a sec. Okay. This time, let's show this bear the business. Ow. Here, Peridot, make yourself useful. Bear! Pretty tough guy with 3 attacks. And now it's pretty dead. It probably would have been faster to exit and then re-enter town from the other side, but then I wouldn't have seen the dog! Friendly dog! A dog bounds up to you, rubbing against your legs, eager to be petted. Pleased at the attention, it bounces up and down and barks. Woof woof! It prances about, probably wishing you had a stick or ball or something. You toss a piece of your equipment. The dog runs, grabs it, and brings it back to you. I hope it wasn't one of the sharper pieces of equipment. It clearly could happily do this all day. Hopefully, you have better things to do. Can I pet the dog? What? Aww. Oh, I think that's just its confusion message. It whimpers, afraid it has displeased you. Aww. Let's just pretend that I pet the dog and it's super happy. Yes. I'm pretty sure I can pet the cat. I read that last time. As usual, the guards don't talk to me. Another dog? A child or townsperson who doesn't talk to strangers. Chickens! Have I talked to a chicken before? I think I've talked to a chicken back in Fort Emergence. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Chickens do about what you'd expect. Looks like we've got a main building and an outbuilding. Well, a couple outbuildings if you count the chicken pen. What ho, Claw? There's an old man behind the counter pulling beers. He doesn't look very strong or agile, but has several large knives sheathed at his belt. They are clearly meant for more than cooking. He says, "I'm known as Claw Hardknife." He looks slightly embarrassed as he says it. I've run this inn here for many years. We have our own brew of beer, only 5 gold for a round. We also have 1 room open, only 10 gold for the night. I don't want to spend 1/4 of my current gold on a room. You drink the beer. After Exile's beer, it tastes fantastic to you. The other people in the bar don't look so impressed. Alas, I cannot ask Claw Hardknife about his knives. I do see at least 2 interesting-looking people that I can talk to, though. Yeah, none of you 3. But mage is generally good for a conversation. There is a mage sitting here, deep in his cups. He motions you to sit with him. Arion. He takes a swig of beer. How are you? I've been stuck here for a while. Minor difficulties. He shrugs and drinks more. I was going south to find a teacher. He's a wizard. None know his name, but he travels around Krizsan, spreading wisdom. He has said, when you find the identity of another, you lose the identity of yourself. One can ponder his wisdom for many months, and not see the true heart of it. I think this guy is referring to the nameless wizard that we found in Krizsan, who was offering knowledge and enlightenment for only 2,500 gold of true dedication. He looks at you blankly. That's more than I want to go into. Just a minor disagreement regarding some lumps of metal. I've concealed several pieces of metal nearby. I wish it brought to me. It is not too valuable to most, but has uses for my work. If you will bring it to me, I will reward you. To the north, on the east side of the river, are several trees in a diamond shape. The metal is hidden in the hills due north of the center of the diamond. Please bring it to me. Okay, north of the river, trees in a diamond shape, metal hidden due north of the diamond. I'll try to remember that. The man at the table wears very loose black clothes. He eats a Spartan meal of bread and fruit. I am Oralsi. I am a traveler. Until recently, I lived on the Isle of Begail. He munches a bit of crust. I learned much there, but the monsters became too threatening, so I decided to leave for a while. The isle has been set upon by hordes of cockroaches. They're huge and carry lethal diseases. Not a place that encourages people to stay. A splendid isle, home of the Anima Church. It is a source of great learning. Alas, there is a plague there, and what I learned didn't justify the risk. Okay, so apparently all he can do is tell us about how the Isle of Begail is beset by hordes of cockroaches. Which is important information, don't get me wrong. Person sleeping here. That's a guard, so they won't talk to me even if they are awake. Some storerooms with nothing interesting in here. Right, more exploration. Let's see if we can find those lumps of metal, shall we? Inn of Blades to the south, Farport and Sharamik east. Okay, he did say to the north on the east side of the river. I think this is the diamond shape of trees. Ha! As you search the hills, you find the 6-foot-high pile of stones you were told about. You poke around in the pile and find several lumps of something that seems like metal, but is far too light and lusterless. It's quite unusual. You pick up the odd-looking rocks and pocket them. As you turn, you see some people you were sure weren't there before. They immediately move to attack. These rocks must be more interesting than you thought. We seem to have found ourselves in the middle of some kind of magical conflict. Okay, I'm a little singed, but fortunately the mages wasted most of their time with summoning. You closely inspect the bodies of the mages who mugged you. You find something interesting. All of them have small red eyes tattooed on the insides of their wrists. Huh. Also, I don't know how to get into that little landmass between the two river forks. I don't think I'm supposed to see that just yet. You find a crude wooden hut out here, far from civilization. Smoke trails up from a stone chimney. Must be a hermit. Knock on the door? The door opens a crack, and an eye peers out at you from the shadows. There's the hint of an unpleasant smell in the air. The eye looks you over, and you hear a raspy voice. I've been waiting for someone up here. I need someone to take a message for me. It's tough to get messages places. You'll get money on delivery. It has to go to another hut to the north, on the other side of the mountains. Will you do it? I need money, so yes, I will. A humanoid hand, so dirty you can't tell the race, or the species of the owner, emerges from the darkness. It holds a folded and sealed message on ancient paper. Take this over the mountains, and hurry it up. All right, then. But first... Actually... Ah yes, metal lumps are in my special inventory. Some lumps of something that seems like metal, but are far less dense and shiny than any metal you've ever encountered. You present the metal to him. He takes it gladly. Did you have any trouble? You tell him about the ambush. He seems troubled. Oh dear. I'd better stay hidden here for a while then. Now for your reward. Nowadays, little is more useful than spells, especially with monsters about. He teaches you the spells, Summon Beast, and Conflagration. Not bad. Pretty low-level spells. At least somewhat useful for this level of game. Will I actually use them? Good question. Anyway, as far as getting across the mountains, I think the best way to do that is to use this pass over here. Now, as far as finding the hut I'm supposed to find, that is the question. Not over here. There looks like some sort of hut over there. Looks like some slime's about to die right here. Alright then. So I'm not sure just which area of mountains the particular hut I'm looking for is. I know there's stuff around here to be found. Why don't I go and investigate the hut that I know is here? Just so I don't get too many people in the comments asking about it. Home of Ernest the Mage. Visitors welcome. Oh, this seems a charming little place. You meet a tall, heavily built mage with a potbelly. His hair is unkempt. He clearly wasn't expecting visitors. I am Ernest. Welcome to my humble abode. It is a pleasure to meet some exiles at last. Welcome to my home. He holds his hands open as a peaceful gesture. Well, the paleness of your skin immediately marks you as an exile. Don't worry about it. You aren't likely to meet much hostility. Around Krizsan, anyway. Well, people are really busy worrying about the slimes, and they don't believe your lot is powerful enough to create them. So you're safe around here. The other provinces are a different story. I hear up north they think the plagues were caused by exiles. Be careful if you go up there. This little warren out in the boonies is where I do my teleportation research. No slimes come here, so it's perfect. Okay then. You must know, don't you? About a year ago, giant slimes started appearing everywhere. They eat everything, attack everyone, and nobody can figure out where they come from. I hear the other provinces are having similar problems, but I don't get much news. I spend all my time here, researching. He smiles wryly. Seems like everyone's doing teleportation research these days, doesn't it? Well, my devices actually work. I'll even let you test them, for a cost. I've made teleporters that go to the 5 biggest cities in Valorum. A week's travel, done in an instant. Generally somewhat safe. And only 250 gold for a chance to try one of them. He chuckles. Quite a bargain, eh? Let me know if you want to purchase a ticket. Yeah, you'll have to come back for that later. And no, this Ernest is not the other hermit that I'm looking for. These journals contain copious notes on the magic and science of teleportation, written by Ernest in a cribbed hand. They are way beyond you, although it's fun to imagine the ways you could kill yourself with the knowledge. And same message in all 3 of those. Locked door. 2 portals. Please pay Ernest before entering. You're not the boss of me sign. Someone has carved into the floor here. Pay Ernest first. You try to step over the message, but find your feet don't want to cooperate. You fail to walk down the passage. Apparently the sign is the boss of me. Surface Flora and Fauna by Eva of the Tower of Magi. Ernest, how did you get this? No wonder you're so blasé about having exiles around the place. Well, if I can't afford to teleport, let's at least explore this locked door. Rune Room. Gold and ruby runes form a circle on the floor. Floating above it is a cloud of glowing energy, searingly hot and powerful enough to fry anything touching it. This must be what powers the portals. You have the common sense to leave well enough alone. So, as usual, we are back to wandering around outside, trying to scrounge up more money. Explored this bit of coastline. Let's see if I've got any better luck finding that other hut. Hello? Hello, hello. Suspicious square of trees. In this isolated vale, you find a stone circle. Huge carved stones covered with abstract designs loom over you. The place is almost overgrown and clearly ancient. The sky over the circle is clearer and sunnier than anywhere around, and the air seems fresher. It's a very inviting place. Enter. You intended to look at the designs and search the place a bit, but once inside, your attention is completely grabbed by the altar. The featureless stone in the center completely, inexplicably, and totally seizes your attention. You suddenly feel that it would be an excellent idea to kneel at the stone. What do? You walk forward and kneel. Without thinking, you put your hand on the cool stone. For the briefest of moments, it throbs with power, and you feel weak and lightheaded. The feeling passes, and suddenly, there is new knowledge in your mind. It's as if it was there all along, and you only just remembered it. You now know the spell, Restore Mind. Well, that's useful. You leave the circle and hike off. After a bit, you look back, only to find the stone circle has disappeared. A patch of bare ground is left behind, with no sign that the ancient circle was there. How mysterious. Tiny little shortcut right there. You come upon a battle. A band of ogres with bears on chains are on the hunt, herding a small group of Nephilim into a circle. The Nephilim are at the worst end of it. Help them? But of course. Okay, that's kind of a lot of bears. But I've got allies on this one, so that's helpful. I don't think I've scryed an ogre yet. Well, there we have it. I really miss having bless and curse all spells. I really need to get paired up more spell points. Fortunately, I have also given Peridot a whole bunch of throwing weapons. So she can occasionally get a kill in here and there. The Nephilim thank you, saying in their purring way how the ogres often capture Nephilim for use as slaves. And food. By way of thanks, they give you a small flask. Then they depart, a good deal more cautious than before. Hooray, we did a good deed. Suspect that other hermit hut is farther along the mountain chain. Or it's right here. You knock, but nobody responds. You yell that you have a message. The door opens a crack, and a filthy hand reaches out for it, grabs it, and pulls it back in. A sack of coins flies out, and the door shuts. The person inside yells, "Come back in a minute!" Okay. The door opens a crack again, and the eyeball reappears. Got a message for you to take back. Another payment in it for you. Do it? Sure. Take this over the mountains, and hurry it up. So yeah, this quest goes back and forth a few rounds. I'm going to cut most of that out. Have a good one, everybody.